Reefer started. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica. We are down here, girl. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, girl. It's Friday, girl. Are y'all gonna watch Kenya Moore's what's it? Piece of lint. Are you gonna watch Kenya Moore's confessionals? I hope she doesn't play. I think it's pre-recorded, so I think that's gonna be really good. I don't know if they're gonna premiere it. I don't know, but um, I think it's pre-recorded, which I think is a really good idea to do. I don't think it should be live at all. Definitely pre-recorded. Definitely produced by her because she is her own producer director. I'm sure. So I just threw the scarf on my head this morning, girl. I'm just having a different scarf. So I don't have anything to talk about. We just got our scarf here coming down. So how is everybody doing? Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know that you stopped by. Is everybody well? How is everybody doing? I don't know if I like this. Let's see. Let's do this. I feel like I was cutting my head off. Is that better? No, it's not better. No, it's better like this when you're doing it to the back. Understand what I'm saying? So it can really look like I threw it on my head, and really never look in the mirror. If I look in the mirror, then I start thinking about it, and I really want it to be like not thought about. So this is what we're going with today. Is that better? Is that better? I need some earrings. Well, I have earrings in, but I don't have. I don't have. I'm stretching my lobes. This is 14. This is 16. I'm going up to 14. But we had a little accident and I went up too fast, too soon. And so I had to go back down 2 sizes so I could just heal and get itself together. And now I'm back up to the original size. So I have to go one more up, and then that's where I want to stop. This is where I'm going to stop right here. Remember the other videos you've probably seen, like little taper in there to start stretching the lobes. I think I'm done after this one. I think this is where I'm going to end up because I have really super small ears, so it's like I don't want to mess anything up. But they're nice size. They're round. They're perfect for me. So this size is just a tad, like it's just a tad smaller, 2 millimeters smaller. So we're gonna stretch this soon, probably in the next month or so. And this one is where it's gonna stay. So, and these are just some clear plugs, which I really love. I think I want some. Ooh, some red clear plugs would be cute to go with these, huh? I think some even. Ooh, you know what? Some amber plugs would be pretty. Anyway, so we got the reefer ready. Um, I got it rolled, and I usually don't use this roller only because it rolls the joints so big, and I don't like to I don't like to use that much reefer, right? Because I usually do about 2 to 3 joints a day. It depends. But if I use this roller, and this is a roller, if I use this roller, let's see, and the thing is in there, it's right there. If I use this, it rolls a bigger um, joint, but it's perfect, right? It's perfect. Look at that. Look at how perfect. It's perfect. And it actually fits in my little um um what do you call this? What do you call this thing? Holder. Hold on, I'm trying to. Well, it doesn't fit exactly. You kind of have to like wiggle it in there. But this also helps to that it allows me to smoke most of it. You understand what I'm saying? Until it gets to the glass. So usually when I'm done, the little what's left is this. See? how little it is, what's left. So I don't have like big like roaches or leftovers. So this helps me get everything, all of it, and just leave a tiny bit left. So that was your lesson in reefer today. Okay. Okay. Now I need a um I need a lighter. Man down. Call an ambulance. Tell them breathe. Walk around like tease. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? Yes. Fuck them all in their mamas. Yeah. These niggas said fuck them all and they mamas. Kendra said your mama, bitch. Fuck you and your mother.
So you remember last year when Bumble had this Bumble fumble where they were like, you know full well about.
Shout out to Bourbon Bougie. Her video started playing. No means no at Bumble. This was 11 hours ago. I guess I'll watch that when I'm done with this. So what is up? What is going on? Let's go down to the blogs and see.
I sponsor the now. Yes. I sponsor the blog. Let me tell you something.
What's happening? I hope y'all are doing well. It's Friday. Do y'all have any plans for the weekend? Ooh, I don't. Nothing. Gonna relax, do my normal thing. I kind of want to go walk by. I'll go to Folsom and take a little walk by the river. By the river, down by the river. I want to go down to the river and just have a. It's nice. It's been nice. Like the other day was super duper hot. This smells so good. I didn't smoke it, but I went. It was such a nice day. It was really a nice day, and I love it when it's like cool. The air is like crisp. The sun is out. Few cloud. I love a few clouds in the sky. I do. I love it when it's cool, like in the height of the day, like around 1 o'clock, between like 1 o'clock, and it's still cool outside. Little breeze, just the trees are dancing. I love that. I do. Like yes, that's a perfect weather. That's a perfect weather. I need to move abroad where there's the perfect weather. What do you suggest? This is why I can't go live because I'd be so distracted. I can't stay focused. I stop and start and stop and start. They should film the whole season on iPhones next year for Real Housewives, a Real Housewives season. They should film it all on iPhones. See how it comes out. See if we get like a older, make it seem like a little older production. What is this thing? Okay. Um this is the thing that it was on my For You. It says Virgo. So I wanted to see what it was going to say. Virgo, very it's got bullet points here. Let's see if it resonates with Virgo placements. Sun, moon, rising. Very tolerant, except for liars. Girl, a true friend and a great lover. Secretly wild and crazy. Sweetest if treated well. Get along with many types of people. Has a dark side you don't want to mess with. Ooh. Somebody says, you look mean, Virgo. I am. Move. Ooh, as a Virgo, I'm a stone cold freak, but celibacy is my peace. Celibacy is celibacy. Who is celibacy? Celibacy is my peace. If we ain't connected mentally and emotionally, I ain't there physically. I have this saying that I've been saying for a long, long time. Peace of mind, peace of mind, right? Peace, Peace of mind, MIND. Peace, PIECE of MINE. Right? Peace of mind, peace of mind. Cause if ain't no peace of mind, you can't have a peace of mind at all, girl. But are y'all still out there giving a piece of yours away, girl? Because they ain't giving the girls peace of mind. Don't give them a piece of yours if they ain't giving you a piece of mind. You understand? Okay. You can go get Face the Nation. That's about pussy is my favorite. If you're new here, pussy is my one of my favorite words next to conundrum. And this is about facing the nation, right? The nation is the Punani, right? And that is where all civilization derives. So when these tell these girls to step up to the mic, or the girls step up to the mic and face the motherfucking nation, right? Speak to the people. That's why these are legs. Face the nation. So for the you little freak girls, little freak girls, freak girls, freak girls, freak girls, freak girls, freak girls. Now, if they ain't giving you a peace of mind, then you don't give them peace of mind. You understand? That's what you tell these niggas. No peace of mind, no peace of mind. All right, all right, all right. All right, so let's see what is going on. We haven't got to any topics yet, and we already 13 minutes in. That's terrible. That is so sad. That is so sad. Okay, let's see what is going on. Let's go to the girls first. The Jasmine brand. Ooh, those nails are cute. Let me let me save this. You know I love nail art. I have my own little nail art folder because the girls are so talented, and oh my god, they're so talented. I don't know how y'all walk around with them long ass nails like that though. Okay, anyway, so let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We don't want any more distractions. Have you liked the video yet? Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment. Let me know that you stopped by. All right, so let's see. FDA reportedly didn't publicize deadly E. coli lettuce outbreak that hit 15 states. Now, why didn't the FDA tell us? Well, a new administration doesn't require them to tell you, so you have to go to their website. You got to go to your website. They're not required to tell. That is so crazy to me, right? But they're not required to. That's what I've heard. So let's hear. It says, now, why didn't the FDA tell us? According to People, a deadly E. coli, this is from the Jasmine brand, a deadly E. coli outbreak tied to romaine lettuce spread across 15 states from November to February. Over 80 people got sick and at least one person died, and the FDA never issued a public warning. The lettuce reportedly came from a catering company that used Taylor Farms produce. Though the company has denied any connection, meanwhile, families are suing and the internet is wondering why the public was kept in the dark. Health experts say that the contaminated lettuce was no longer in stores by the time it was traced, which is why no alert went out. Still, the silence is concerning. Do people have the right to know? Yeah, it's from what I heard and read is that they just put them on the website now. So you got to be on the lookout. And word of mouth, you know what I'm saying? You know where there's a gap, there's a business opportunity. Another setback. Menendez brothers' resentencing hearing postponed after heated courtroom clash over risk assessment report and potential sentencing reduction. The crazy part is Lyle and Eric, they look crazy now. The way they look, I mean, I still think they should be let out because I feel like Gypsy Rose. I feel the same thing. Even though Gypsy Rose didn't do it, actually, she talked her boyfriend at the time to do it, talked him into doing it. But it's the same thing. Like, I mean, like, yes, it's, they committed a crime because it's against the law to kill someone. But the truth is, they were retaliating. And the reason why I think Lyle and Eric look the way that they do, like, look the way that it looked, is because they were not only being abused by their father, but they and their mother ignoring it, but they were being cultivated like into becoming, like, their behavior was like narcissistic. That's the reason why when it was said and done, it was almost like there was no emotional attachment there, and they went shopping and they did the things and they were looking like because they were already like they had already been, because I feel like that's when little narcissists are created, right? In adolescence. And like from my studying and research, it's like in adolescence. And it comes from the relationship between the child and the caregiver. That's how it happens, right? And so with them, in the environment that they were already in, affluent, part of the elite in Beverly Hills or whatever, and they were already being bred to be those type of, self-centered, arrogant, narcissistic men. And so after they acted on the abuse that they were getting and killed their parents, they went to jail, but and then I mean after they did it, they weren't acting like they were remorseful because they were already like in that narcissism. You understand what I'm saying? And so that actually I don't know. Well, I mean, I don't think I think that makes a person dangerous. And if they start like taking people out, maybe they can continue to do that. But I don't think that they would be. I think that was like a one and done for them. Like they took out the threat and they were done. And I don't think that Lyle, and Eric are threats to society. Do you think they're threats to society? Do y'all think? Because I know you probably have a different opinion. So do you think that if that Lyle and Eric Menendez are a threat to society now? Because I really feel like the threat is gone and it's been gone. So I don't know. Let's hear it. It says the Menendez brothers resentencing hearing unraveled Thursday amid heated courtroom clashes. The brothers appearing via video in matching cobalt blue prison uniforms await a decision that could reshape their fate after 30 years behind bars. Both men were sentenced to life for taking out their parents, though they claim it was due to years of SA at the hands of their father and their mother, like just watching the whole thing idly, knowing what was going on. Ugh, girl, like that's what I'm saying.
Off with his head! Off with his head! Off with the head! Off with the head!
That's what I'm saying. It's wrong to take people out, but when you find out why somebody took somebody out, you be like, girl, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine? Like literally. And like, no, not everybody. I'm sure this happens a lot. Like there are tons of men who abuse their children and women just sit by and watch and stay quiet, and not everybody goes around killing the parents who sexually abuse them. Okay, yeah, we get it. But I think when you find out like she was just sitting, can you imagine if somebody was harming you and your mother was just like doing nothing about it? Girl, off with your motherfucking heads. And that's what they did, girl. They shot them in their face. They shot the daddy in the face. That's some personal shit. Like, and then all of their family members have corroborated their stories. And then the boys from Menudo came out and was like the daddy Menendez was assaulting them. So like, I mean, if you even want to go a little further, they took out predators. They did. I'm sorry. And that's why I feel like they should be out. I'm sorry. Y'all might not agree with me, but when you look at their faces, you look like keep their asses in there because they look crazy as hell. But I think they've already eliminated their threat, and I don't think that they're a threat to society. Do y'all think that Lyle and Eric are a threat to society? You let me know. The hearing meant to reconsider their life without parole sentences was derailed when a new risk assessment report, part of a clemency effort, surfaced. Neither side had reviewed it. This is a DA who made up his mind and did no hard work, said attorney Mark Garagos, accusing LA District Attorney Nathan Honchman of bias. Prosecutors pushed back, calling the murders extremely depraved conduct. We cannot close our eyes to the crimes, argued prosecutor Habib Billion. The judge paused proceedings until May 9th. Garagos will also seek to recuse the DA's office and reduce the convictions to manslaughters. Do you think the brothers will ever be free? So what do y'all think? I'll let you know. I let y'all know what I think about it. So get in the comments and let me know. But look, like I said, when you look at them, they aren't they look crazy as hell. They do. They really do. Let's go to the Hollywood Unlocked. Let me know what you think about Lyle and Eric. Terrence Howard promises to expose Hollywood, the studio agencies, and executives on a new podcast. It'll be every studio's nightmare and every actor's wet dream. After Terrence Howard made some shocking and jaw dropping claims against Diddy on the PBD podcast earlier this month, he now promises to expose Hollywood on his new podcast. Oops. On his new, what is it? On his new podcast. What is it called? Earlier this month, Howard spoke on Hollywood Secrets and even claimed that Diddy attempted to FUCK him. Was a quote. This wasn't the first time Howard's been vocal about the industry. In 2020, he sued 20th Century Fox over his Hustle and Flow film image used on the hit TV show Empire. Then in December 2023, he sued his talent agency, CAA, over the salary he made over the same hit TV show. In November 2023, he also commented on the low pay he received from Hustle and Flow, claiming he only got $12,000 and was still owed about 20 years worth residuals. Now, Howard tells TMZ he's been recording a new podcast and plans to expose Hollywood to the public. Howard said that he promises to draw back the curtains on the entertainment industry and offer every studio's night and offer every studio's nightmare and every actor's wet dream. The veteran actor said on his podcast that will soon be released to the public, he will expose powerful Hollywood executives and figures behind the scenes. Specifically, he plans to address his ongoing legal battle and his talent agency CAA and how they allegedly asked him to lower his salary on Empire. He also plans to blast Disney and Fox executives, girl, and plans to tell all about his time on the set of Empire and about the business betrayals and shady transactions he dealt with during his lengthy Hollywood career. Howard also promises to be as vocal as he was on the PBD podcast. However, he does not plan to drag celebrities on his show, but rather focus on speaking truth to power. Although he believes everyone else in Hollywood is afraid of the powers that be, studio executives, powerful agents, etc., he remains fearless because he has nothing to lose. He comes up missing. We know why. Praying for his safety, because why prelude to this? Just do it. Right. Protect this man at all costs. Protect him. He looks 100% fine in his video. If he starts getting sick after this, we know why. Terrence don't be coming up dead with natural causes. Do you know that Terrence can literally do an entire podcast from his home, live in his home, stay in his neighborhood, never leave his home, unless somebody comes up in his house and does something to him? He literally, it's only been, what? I have to make sure, I have my mic check timer because the other day I talked an hour and did not even look down at the microphone one time. Girl, I was gone in the wind, gone with the wind, fabulous. If you're going to be this bold, you better not have anything that you got exposed as well. Other than that, good luck, sir. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing. It's like stuff will start coming out on him, but you already know what it is. So if you already know how, like, we already know what the how things go. So if anything were to happen, then we know why. But what's crazy is that the fact that something can happen to him, the fact that everybody is like, oh my God, protect him and this and that, is because things that happen in that industry is really dark, like really dark. And like literally, that's why I don't understand why nobody, I don't want to say nobody, but a lot of people act like they don't believe what Puffy was doing when he's like a representation. He's not the only one. He's definitely a representation, and like a severe representation of what happens in that industry. And that's what he was kind of talking about with the integrity thing. There is some people who there are some people who lack integrity and will use their power and exert their power. We see it over and over and over again. That's why it baffles me when it's one particular person. You're like, no, they're not telling the truth. And it's like, but the operations, you've heard the people's story. Everybody is not lying. Everybody's not lying. Everybody isn't lying. So if he's going to come out with a podcast, he says he has, I don't know if he has episodes pre-recorded. He's been recording them. I don't know. And he's just going to release them or whatever. But he could do, he could do a studio. I don't know where he lives. I don't know his house setup or whatever, but he could do everything, a podcast, video podcasting, and probably do it right from his home, never leave his home. You know what I'm saying? Talking about protect him, but whatever. But the fact that we know that what you could be exposing, it could, you're putting yourself in danger, but then you don't believe what Puffy and them are doing. It's like, it's weird. It's like, how do you not believe what's going on over here, but telling this man to protect yourself when you start revealing secrets of Hollywood? But how many times are secrets of Hollywood, like we already know what the secrets are, so it's not really any secrets. You're just gonna like name the players that, then that kind of sensationalizes it, but everybody knows what's going on. That's why when Rotimi was talking about what with those guys talking about, oh, my wife was approached, and there's a lot of this stuff going on in Hollywood where people will tell you, I'll help you succeed and we can use these practices and things like that. And then when he said in his interview, my wife, I guess she started drinking, and then that came with depression, and she didn't want to sleep her way to the top. So you can hear him telling you like these are the practices, and he's young. He's not as old as Terrence Howard. And to know that his wife was dealing with the same thing, so much so that she decided, how many people are discouraged from actually pursuing their art because the industry is so dark, and they just don't want to deal with, like, they don't want to deal with that. They know what it comes with. If you want to succeed, they don't want to do that. So I don't even want to put myself in that position. I'm not going to drinking, getting depressed and stuff like that. That's what Terrence Howard was talking about with the integrity, like knowing who you are and going against yourself. Not nothing wrong, and like, and then those people taking advantage of you. You understand what I'm saying? Those people taking advantage of you and putting stuff in your drinks and stuff like that. What do you say about the woman that this happens to, right? He was talking about manhood and the manhood, and then telling the women that they lose themselves. Yeah, because you're going against yourself. But if somebody is giving you something and you don't even have the ability to consent, then that's different than you saying, I'm consenting to this, hoping that it will get me ahead. But even then, because that's coercive, that's a transaction telling a person, okay, well, you know what you got to do. And you're like, ugh, what should I do? Go against myself, knowing this is against me, or set my price, girl. And that's what it is. So many people already did this, bro. You don't have to do it. You're going to add to the KFC recipe if you rub them the wrong way. It's not worth it. That's cool and all. He needs to expose himself for being abusive to his wives. That part. Don't let us Pisces start talking. Terrence Howard, Justin Bieber, Bow Wow, all Pisces. It's a wrap. Finna be hella receipts and drama because Pisces don't hold back. We don't care. Praying he stays covered and protected. Hollywood and fame is such a gritty, dirty business. I've always heard it, but damn, with so many things coming to light, sheesh. And I think it's really, I do really think it's such a regional thing, and that without social media, even though people know that things were happening, it people were not given platforms to actually talk about their stories, right? I know we have a lot to say about Vladimir, right? DJ Vlad. And he is over there, I think, just documenting the mindset of degenerate black cisgender heterosexual men in the entertainment industry. That's what I think he's doing. Be that as it may, people are now sitting down talking about their experiences, right? When all the stuff was coming out about Puffy, everybody kept saying people been talking about it. People been sitting in front of cameras talking about these people, and nobody is listening. Why? Because these people are powerful, and no, you can't take a black man down, so we're going to ignore it. And then there are people who are profiting from it, profiting from it. And then the men who access power, they're now abusing their power, and now everybody is at risk. So it's like, you can go work somewhere, and then the man that's, the head of the department is this abusive weirdo hollering and screaming in his office all the time. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like the whole environment. And then with the entertainment industry, because it's such a social thing, you have to be social in order to move around, in order to connect, in order to network. And in those social environments, it tends to get blurry, right? You're here for work, but now you have had a couple of drinks. That's why you have to be centered, and you have to know your foundation. You have to know and have a good solid foundation, or you will end up going against yourself. Period. That's the integrity part. The other part where people, things are being taken from them, they're being arred, but all of that, so a lot of those people are, even if they do it consensually, they're doing it in order to succeed in a system that is so disgusting that they have to actually have sex with somebody in order to succeed. So even if they are doing it consensually, they've been coerced to do it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not even really consensual then. That's how I feel about it. What you think? I don't know. That's how I feel. Let me know what you think. Um, let's see. Let me read a couple more comments. Oh, Lucius Lyon coming alive. As a therapist, he's not lying. Trauma is often at the root of substance use and overall distress. At this point, everything people say about Hollywood, I take it with a grain of salt. I know they're bashing Hollywood with any and all allegations is content gold nowadays. Bashing Hollywood, and then like almost like ignoring all the stories about quote Hollywood. Hollywood is like entertainment industry. We know that, right? So it's like, I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt, but you haven't heard all these people talking, so you think that these people are what, just trying to what, a money grab. They like to throw that in. It's a money grab. They're trying to tarnish a black man's reputation. Oh girl, these things are happening. These things are actually happening. And for so many people, and that's why those lines are blurry. That's why they can put you in these environments, and then you have a drink, you are knocked out, and then the line is blurred. Even though it was not consensual, that person can say, oh yeah, it was consensual, because of the closeness of what was happening and how you were socializing and stuff like that. They can say, oh no, it was all consensual, leaving out the fact that they slipped you a Mickey, they roofied you, or GHB'd you, or whatever the hell they be doing. So it's all just a whole toxic little environment. That's why you can't get too far deep in that. You stay on the fringes. That's the best advice that I could give you. Stay on the fringes. Right? You don't have to be so in there because it gets real weird. It gets very weird. Trust me. Well, I'll tune into his podcast. Pray nothing happens to him. So we'll see what Terrence Howard comes out and says. Um, Elon Musk reportedly rejected by influencer after he asked her to have his child. Watch, what is it? Wall Street Journal confirms through Ashley St. Clair that Elon Musk was attempting to impregnate Tiffany Fong. Fong was receiving 200,000 in X payouts during this time. Musk unfollowed Fong after Fong asked Ashley St. Clair for advice regarding Elon, unaware that St. Clair was with Musk. The tactic Elon Musk used to manage his quote legion of babies and their mothers. The world's richest man juggles more than a dozen children and a harem drama along with running his companies and advising the little orange triangle. You know, he's built like a triangle. Anyways, he recently took a paternity test in a battle with one woman over money and privacy. During the height of her interactions with the billionaire owner, Fong earned 21,000 on the platform in a 2-week period in November, according to a screenshot she posted. That was about when Musk sent her a direct message asking her if she was interested in having his child. According to people familiar with this matter, the two had never met in person. Fong didn't move forward with Musk because she pictured having children in a more traditional nuclear family. Toxic nuclear girl. I don't know if Elon Musk would be the person I would have a baby because he's just so like weird and sick and gross. But if he looked different and was and did not have the personality he has, like completely change the person, keep the money, but change the personality and like a good, cool, upstanding person who doesn't think that him gonna rule the world. You know, not no weirdo ego maniac, fucking weirdo with the money though, right? Because that's what I think Nick Cannon is doing too. Like I honestly truly believe that those women are Nick Cannon is not laying dick in those women. I do not believe that. I just don't believe it. I really believe that there is some type of implantation insemination going on. I don't know why. I just don't I just there's something in me that cannot like put that together that Nick Cannon is actually laying in these women, like laying between their legs, and they're just like all of them are just like, put your raw dick in me. I just can't imagine that, but whatever they might be. But for me in my head, I can't put the two together. Elon Musk is going around asking women, "Will you have a baby by me?" because he wants to spread his manure, right? And so I'm asking you, like that. And Ayesha Howard came out recently and was like, "Y'all go up for the girls, you know, for the white girls, for the non-black girls who are getting money from these men, these rich men. Y'all go up, but when it's one of us, y'all are like, girl, you a gold digger, and that's something because they know that access. They don't want you to be able to have that kind of access. You're not supposed to have that kind of access. You're not supposed to profit off that kind of access or even move like that. You're not supposed to. How dare you? But when the other girls do it, everybody is going up for them. Let me see if I can find that post. Let's finish reading this. Um, Fong didn't move forward with Musk because she pictured having children in a more traditional nuclear family, but confided in a few friends about the approach, including St. Clair. So these women are acquaintances, I guess, whom she knew as another conservative social media figure, and how she worried that turning him down could hurt her earnings. Once Musk learned that Fong disclosed the request to others, he chided her for not using discretion according to people and unfollowed her. That contributed to the fall in her engagement, and her earnings declined. While she was pregnant, Musk had urged her to deliver a baby via cesarean section and told her he didn't want a child to be circumcised. Musk has posted on X that vaginal births limit brain size and that C-sections allow for larger brains.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
St. Clair is Jewish, and circumcisions are an important ritual in the religion. And she decided against a C section. And he told her she should have 10 babies, and they debated the child's middle name. This is for the other girl, St. Clair. On Thursday, the journal contacted Musk for comment for this article. On Friday, St. Clair didn't receive her scheduled child support payment from Musk, she said. Late on Tuesday, she said Musk's team sent her $20,000, halving her stipend again. The timing of the reduction in payments from him are timed with disagreements on testing and gag orders. The only conclusion we can make is that money is being weaponized. Right? So he's like he wants the children and you're thinking, "Okay, I'm going to have a child with him because he's a very rich man." And then he starts acting funny. So, and now he has offspring, right? His other child who changed their last name, was online the other day. It was in the blogs, and she was talking about her father and disgusting he is, how disgusting he is. But he's really like literally going around asking women to have babies and then acting funny when it comes time for the money, acting funny with the money. That's what the old ladies used to say, right? You go looking for these niggas with money, but do he spend it though? Does he spend the money? Y'all going after him for the money, but does he spend the money? Are you going to get Mr. Furley over there? Girl, the only conclusion we can make is the money is being weaponized. Her legal fees have exceeded over $240,000. And then let me tell you what Ayesha Howard said. Let me see if I can find that. Somebody's like, well, he doesn't want her to have a baby. Well, then he should have protected himself. You can't tell somebody what to do with it. You got to pay for it. I can't find it. Here it is. Okay, here it is. I found it. I found it. It says Ayesha Howard calls out double standards within the Black community after social users agreed to stay silent about their kid if offered $15 million by Elon Musk. It's sick how Black people operate. Elon Musk reportedly offered the mother of his 14th child a one time payment of $15 million and $100,000 monthly to keep quiet about their son. She puts the way that Black people's tone and outlook change, even in the comment section, when the situation is white, needs to be studied. Oh, y'all fully support this and wouldn't say a word. But if it was a Black woman, all she wanted was a check. She has no moral and the baby is fatherless. Crabs in a barrel. It's sick how Black people operate. What do you guys think? The people were saying that they would have stayed quiet and that basically, because Anthony Edwards offered to pay, like, I'm to go away, basically to go away. I don't want to have anything to do with the child. And like Elon doesn't have anything to do with his children. He just wants to know, like, he's almost like a sperm donor, right? And he just wants to know that there's a child out there. I think he only really spends time with one of those kids, of those 14 kids. Let's read some of the comments. Do you guys think there's a double standard? To me, my comment was because there are communities of Black people who hold the belief that Black women should not get anything from anyone. They desire to see Black women unsupported and suffering. Rebuke it. Period. I think she has a point. Girl, she has a point. Y'all are programmed that white is right. He wanted to keep her quiet, and your BD didn't want a child at all. Well, that's not her problem. Whether he wanted a child or not, that's not her fucking problem. She has one now. If he didn't want a motherfucking kid, he should have. That's not her problem if he didn't want a fucking baby, girl. Well, he should have worn a condom, period. He wanted the kid, Ayesha. The BD of yours didn't want a kid by you. You're too old to be missing the point. Baby, 15 million, not to say a word, and $100,000 a month is not the same. If he offered you that, you wouldn't be saying shit either. Anybody that has a baby from Elon is doing it for a check. Period. They're all doing it for a check. No, whether he wants the baby or not, they're doing it for a check. All of them. All of them. But you go up for the white girls doing it for a check. But you for the black girls, they're gold diggers. That's what she's talking. That's the point that she's making. Y'all missing the point whether these motherfuckers want them or not. They're having the babies for the checks. Cash register babies. I'm having a baby with Elon Musk for a check. I'm not having a baby with Elon Musk for anything else but a fucking check. That's it. She's going to the network that she can have access to. Ayesha's going to the network that she has access to. Do you know that damn Anthony Edwards has a $205 million contract? Hold on, let me make sure. Anthony Edwards contract. See, when the black girls do it, it's gold digging. Whether the man wanted the baby or not doesn't matter. 5-year, 244 million. 244 million. Yep. $260 million contract. But if she goes to try and get a baby, now the age gap thing, we already said it was gross. But Drea's over there saying gross. But at the end of the day, that is the actions that we're talking about. These women are going to these men with resources. And when it's a black woman doing it, y'all call her all kind of fucking names. And oh, the baby ain't gonna have a daddy. They need the daddy in the home. You think Elon is a daddy in the home? He's not a daddy in the home. And the irony is that daddy in the home shit and nuclear family shit, you got that idea from them motherfuckers. And they don't even follow the fucking script. And you over there enforcing it on everybody else, and they don't even follow it their fucking selves. That's the crazy part. You out here enforcing rules of nuclear family tradition and blah, blah, blah. Where did you get that idea from? That bullshit over there came from them. And they don't even operate like that. And then they'll call you all kind of things when you operate in the same exact way. Y'all don't get the fucking grift. Y'all call these black women gold diggers for going for the cash register babies, but the white girls are doing the same thing. And you be going up like, oh, get the money, girl, get the money, girl. Whether the men want the babies or not, the women are having babies with these men because they want the check. Period. And then Elon is over there acting, weaponizing his money. Period. Money, money, money. We're about to end this video. And like y'all keep saying, well, he didn't want you. He didn't want you. He didn't want you. If he didn't want no babies, he would have fucking covered his dick up if he didn't want any fucking babies. So whether the niggas want the babies or not, the girls are going after them for the cash register baby. And they're getting the cash register babies. And they don't want to be fathers. Do you think Elon Musk wants children? He doesn't want to be a father. That's the difference. That's the difference. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go. I think we're way over the time. I've been making these really long videos, y'all. Yeah, see, it's time to go. Take care of each other, protect your energy. Let me know what you think about Ayesha Howard. Do you think that there is a double standard? I do. I really honestly do. There are some women who are like, oh my God, how could she do that? How could you go after the man with the money and just have a baby for the money? Just like Ayesha Howard said, y'all be having the baby for the EPT coins. Y'all be having a baby for the Section 8 babies. You go to the where you think you're gonna get the for the in exchange for the baby, and she's getting in exchange for the baby. And some people are shaking their fingers, and some girls go up for it, like, girl, get the money. Whether the nigga wanted the baby or not, that's the difference. That's the difference. If Tariq Hill and Anthony Edwards, and if they don't want the babies, and they should cover their dicks up. And that's just as simple as that. Simple as that. Elon never said he didn't want his kid. He told her to stay quiet and told you up front he didn't want a baby. Your body, your choice. His pockets, his choice. But that's his child. So your pockets are going to be twisted because now, under the system that you live in, if you are the father, you got to pay the child support. She come after you for child support. He is the father. The baby's last name is Howard too. Shout out to her. She has a very valid point. Well, it's different because he wants the baby. Y'all worried about whether the nigga wants the baby or not. Whether he wants the baby, I don't know how many times I gotta say it. So now I'm gonna go because now I'm saying the same thing over and over again. So take care of each other, protect your poom poom, protect your assets. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.